Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Today is a special adventure as we're joining our new member, Alastair Marril. Hi, Alastair. Can you describe what you look like for our listeners?
Hi. I'm a young half-elven male. I have brown hair, a nice, very well-kept beard, straight hair, and very bright green eyes. Adorned on me, you'll see some practical leather gear along with some kind of little old-looking opulent rings, bangles, and all sorts of baubles along my tool belt. I look like I've seen wealth but haven't had it in a while.
You're a new addition to the Crayon Box. What color would you be and why?
I'd say I'm more of a marbled color. So little bits of a blue crayon with marbled yellow inside of it.
Ooh, like Superman ice cream?
Kinda.
Alastair, what are your strengths?
A very detailed person. All sorts of magical things are kind of my style. I'm very organized. I know what I'm doing, or at least pretend to. I try to keep my composure and make sure I stay put together.
All right. On the flip side of that, Alastair, what are your weaknesses?
Kind of the same coin of that is that I have to keep myself put together because you can see as he wrings his hands a lot. I'm very nervous. I get overwhelmed very easily. I don't really know a whole lot outside, but I'm trying to learn. It'd be fun.
Aw, that's good. Question 4 is, Alastair, where did you grow up?
So that's an interesting question. I grew up on the Marril family estate. It's kind of a far away, suburb of Elysian Fields, which is adjacent to Nicomoy. There's not really a whole lot around to do or go to. Be honest, this is kind of my first time being away from home. So I'm just learning what's around.
Oh, well, what led you to leave your home? Why did you want to join the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild?
I figured it'd be a new change of pace. I've not seen you guys, but I've heard a lot about it, and it's like I've been sequestered away. I've not really been able to do anything with my life, and I want it to have a meaning. I want it to be something more than it is, than just sitting around doing paperwork. I figured, where else, right?
That's right. You will not be doing paperwork here.
That thank the Lord.
Question 6 is, if you were given a 1-minute advertisement spot, sort of like a commercial during the annual Nicomoy fighting tournament, which is sort of like the Super Bowl, a sports tournament that the whole city will see, what would you fill that minute with?
That's a very good question. I'd rather try not to monetize it. So it'd probably be something to do with education. I'd like to encourage people to read more because they definitely don't. Perhaps local library funding.
Nice. That's something that benefits everybody.
And they wouldn't find it boring at all.
It's the commercial during the middle of the channels that Sesame Street airs on. Yeah. Aw. Well, Alastair, what do you like doing in your spare time?
Well, that's difficult to answer because there are many things I like to do that I'm trying not to do any longer. I like to read. I like to keep myself comfortable. I like to kind of stay put, and not really do anything new or exciting. I like doing that, but I also don't like doing that. I don't want it to do that anymore. I want to do things, explore things, go to a spa. That'd be nice. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel very calmed by your hobbies. Like, I feel like there's hot cocoa and a blanket on your lap.
that it's compensating for all the anxiety that is peering out of me right now.
Well, you're halfway through the interview and you're doing great.
Yay!
Question 8 is, what things in life are still a mystery to you, Alastair?
Many things. Like looking deep into the stars and seeing what's going on there. All the info that we can gather from just little bits of info, little bits of light that we can see far away. And we really don't know much about, but we know lot about it, but still lots that we don't know, if that makes sense.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah. Be like, okay, it's a star, but like, really, what is that? Like, why is that? Okay, there's a ball of fire in the sky. Cool. I'm accepting this explanation. Like,
Ball of fire. That makes sense.
and it's white because it's like nickel or whatever metal burning. And I'm like, so does this make, like, other than the fact that we've heard it for so long, does it really make sense? Yeah,
It's
I get
like
it.
that's what you learn in school, but has anyone ever touched it?
Right. Yeah. All right. Question 9 is, Alastair, what's your annoying habit?
You could probably already guess. I over-explain everything. I go into detail about things that I probably shouldn't. I don't really know when to stop. Yeah.
I don't think that's annoying. I think you're good. Question
Thank
10.
you.
Question 10 is, what is the kindest act you have ever done, Alastair?
The kindest act. That is a hard one. I don't really know. That's kind of sad. I don't know.
Room for growth?
Yes. Well, it's like, for me, like, breaking character for a moment, like driving home from work every day, I see like this one homeless person on the street, and I always feel so guilty because it's like I've never actually stopped and given them money, and it's like I know I should and that I can, but I don't. So I'd like to do more things like that, but I don't know.
I do know what you're saying. Like, living our lives, minding our own businesses is not inherently kind, right? Like, just being a law-abiding citizen and not causing other people problems isn't making their lives better. Like, we aren't
It's
hurting
just
anyone.
existing, right?
It's neutral.
But it's like, but if you want to be like truly altruistic, you have to do more than that, right? And that's what I want to be. That's what I want to do.
Ooh,
But
so much self-growth potential. Yeah, that's a good place to start. Question 11 is, Alastair, where would you like to visit?
so many things. Never been to Europe. In fact, never been anywhere. That's not true. I've been more places than most, I suppose. But I've never left the continent. So Europe would be cool.
Okay. And maybe a spa.
Yes.
All right. Well, future game masters, you've heard it here. Make sure to work in some adventures for Alastair. All right. And question 12. Oh, we have entered silly question territory. Alastair, do you like pickles?
It depends on the type of pickle, but generally, no.
All right. Straightforward.
Yeah.
Question 13 is, a penguin walks through that door right now wearing a sombrero. What does it say and why is it here?
It is my landlord and he's demanding rent.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, thankfully, a lot of these adventures end up with treasure as a reward.
This is true. That does pay a bit more than my little side gig at the inkwell. But you know, I'll just give him some tea and he'll give me another week. It's fine.
Playing on the blade of danger. Well, maybe the treasures you get with adventuring will help reduce that pressure on your life a little bit. And question 14 is second to last question. Alastair Marril, what would you like remembered about you?
I would like people to remember the interesting amount of anxiety I have, and I hope people find it endearing and not annoying.
And question 15, very last question is, what is one message you would give to your fans?
Seek help. See a guidance counselor. Don't do what I did.
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks, and thank you for joining us, Alastair.
Thank you.
We'll see you in an upcoming adventure. Goodbye.
Goodbye.